All right, so just another day here. All right, just another fantastic day. We're going to kick today off with a little bit of cardio once again. We're going to do 30 minutes on the arc trainer. We're going to head downstairs. We're going to get that done. Today's going to be a good day, man. Wasn't able to make it to the gym yesterday. Life got in the way. So tonight, we got to pick back up. And we're going to be hitting back. I might have a training partner with me tonight. A good friend of mine that I've worked with for quite some time. Might be joining us, might not. And sometimes it's nice to have somebody to go to the gym with you, but it's also nice to go by yourself. You go by yourself, you can focus, you can kind of dissociate from the real world for a little bit, put in your music and just do you, which is always nice, right? But the overall diet's going pretty good. Definitely staying pretty lean. I woke up, I was pretty dry yesterday. I'll toss up the progress pictures. Definitely making progress in the right direction again, so I'm pretty happy about that. But we got 30 minutes on cardio to start the day. Then, per usual, we're going to head into the kitchen. We're going to do a little mixy mix, blend everything up, do it how we do it. You guys know the drill at this point. Nothing fancy, but it's what works. It's the consistency, day in, day out. I know you're going to feel like you're losing your mind. You're going to lose your marbles. You're going to pick them up off the floor, and you will find them, I promise. But we got to get this ball rolling. I got a stacked day full of meetings, so no time like the present. Let's go downstairs. Let's get on cardio. 30 minutes, 10 incline, 15 resistance. Nice, slow, steady pace. We're going to get a little bit of work done on the phone. In the interim, while we're doing the cardio, try to multitask a little bit. Got a fresh pot of coffee brewing, right? Get a little bit of bean juice up in there to start off the day. You know, light your monkey on fire so that way we can really hit the ground running today. We're going to be hitting back. Just like we planned on doing yesterday, and we're going to kick things off. We're going to do lat pull downs. We're going to do bent over rows with a barbell, and we're going to do some deadlifts, I think. Might skip the deadlifts, might do that later on in the week, and maybe just do the barbell rows. But pull-ups for the width, barbell rows for the girth, and a hit. I'm telling you right now, all the ladies, they love the girth, so you got to get a little thick, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Then we're going to transition over into heavy machine rows. And then from there, well, nothing left to it but to do it with maybe a little finishing movement for the back. And we might even hit the lat pull downs again, right? Get double width. Why not? There's no rules. Get in there, stimulate the muscles, do what you need to do, and get stronger each and every day to the best of your ability. So we're going to push it. We're going to stick to heavy weights. We're going to try to train in the 4 to 8 rep range today. I'm a good friend of mine. A really famous coach. I talk to him all the time, and he's always throwing me recommendations, different ways to confuse the body, different ways to get a little creative, and that's what we're going to do. So, without further ado, folks, let's go downstairs. Let's get this day started. Let's make today great, and don't forget, make an impact on someone's day, man. Don't be selfish. Try to do something positive. Go out of your way to shoot a quick little compliment, assist a friend, lend a little bit of advice, an ear to listen, and that's all I have to say about that. So, let's go downstairs. Let's get this cardio done. We got things to do. People see, baby. Let's roll. And we're back, guys. So the work day is all done. I don't have to worry about that shit anymore. And we gotta have a little meal before we go. And it's gonna be everybody's favorite, a good old chicken shake. Right? You guys already know how I do, so it ain't gonna come as a surprise. But today we only had red pepper, so that's the only veggie that we had in there. But meals so far today, it has been a carb day, so same as always. 70 grams of oats, 1 egg, 1 pint of egg whites, and then the next 3 meals were the same: 6 ounces of chicken, 100 grams of rice, and a single bell pepper spread throughout all those. So let's have that last meal, and then we're gonna cap off the chicken shake game for the rest of the night. We're going to go in, we're going to train back, and we're going to start off the day with some heavy dumbbell rows with good form. Now, when you're going in and you're doing dumbbell rows, it is so unbelievably easy to let the form slip because it is a difficult movement. You can get a lot of swinging action in there. We're going to be real strict, lock the back. We're going to row. We're going to come all the way down, and we're going to probably start off with 135 and work our way up. I don't see myself going, I mean, if I even did 185 with good form, I would be shocked because that's not a movement that I do, but that is one of the key compound movements that need to be included in everybody's arsenal. And I'm not going to lie, I neglected it for a while. So we're not doing any of that crap anymore. We're going to focus on these core compound movements, really even out the body, even out the physique, and really make sure that we're putting muscle in the right places so that way I don't look frail, kind of like I do right now, next year. But it's all going to start now. It's going to be these little micro habits, these little small adjustments to the training that are ultimately going to pay off later on down the line. And it's like anything else. The more you do it, what happens, the easier it becomes. That's right, boys and girls. So, cheers to that. I'm going to kick this sumbitch back. So, we're going to go in. I'm going to meet you back in the car. And today is a very special day. Finally got my whip back. It's been in the body shop getting the bumper repainted for the better part of like a month, which is ridiculous, but I got my baby back, so I'm pretty damn happy about that, which means I don't have to drive anymore, which is just a goddamn beautiful thing. So, having said all that, guys, I'm going to see you guys in the whip. Hopefully y'all are sticking with the meals, you're sticking with the training routine. You're not giving up. You're not making excuses for yourself, all right? I don't care how long your day at work was. I don't care what happened in your personal life, your professional life. I don't care how insecure and nervous you are. Get up off your ass and get your ass in the gym. Stop making excuses. Quit lying to yourself and do something about it. God damn it. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the car.
What up? All right. So we got our whip back. Hallelujah. You know, this isn't going to be a fun experience. Going to be, full of difficulties, and anything in life that's really, quite frankly, worth anything is going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be this painless process. Everything in life that's worthwhile will require sacrifice, and that sacrifice is ultimately what allows you to appreciate, in my opinion anyway, really truly appreciate great things. So that's why y'all think about that as you're going down your own journey, going down your own path, and understand that anything worthwhile is going to be a pain in the ass. But you guys got to start, man. I'm telling you right now, you have to start. You got to start doing something, because here's the reality. Within the next 10 to not even 10 years, man, this is going to happen so fast. You're not even going to know what to do with yourself. You hear it all the time. AI. Well, let me tell you the reality of things, man. And that's artificial intelligence is going to wipe out the majority of the workforce. We saw during the COVID time period where there was this massive consolidation of different verticals, right? We saw Amazon, who was already a monolith, right, pretty much wiped out the mom and pops of this entire country. And I'm pretty sure I could probably say for other areas of the world as well. Now, knowing that took place at the retail level, all right, imagine the same type of thing happening across all industries, from manufacturing to construction to property management firm, whatever. There's a consolidation that takes place. I think it's natural over time, right? As one company grows, one company acquires another, and then it's this domino effect that just continuously cascades over time. And before you know it, there's only a handful of players in each segment. I understand that monopolies are banned in this country, but let's just face facts. Let's call it a spade. There are going to be, and there already is, monopolistic organizations out there. Now, having said all that, I want you to think about the reality of these companies that are going to adopt what's going to be called AI agents. And I'm saying all this to you guys as just a massive warning. Because if you are not positioning yourself, all right, especially y'all young guys out there, if you guys are not positioning yourself to account for what's coming down the pipes, you're going to be in for a world of hurt, man. I'm telling you. Do your own research if you don't believe me. All of the major players, we're talking Bezos, Zuckerberg, Musk, anybody that's worth their weight is saying the same thing, is that if you do not take the time to build a brand, craft a product, or put some type of value out there that cannot be taken away from you by your employer because you do it, you're got to be in for a rude awakening. It's all over, and it's happening in our lifetime. So we're living in such a transcendent time period, right? We had the Industrial Revolution that took place, right? And I would consider us to be in what I would call the technological revolution. Internet, cell phone, etc. Now we're entering a totally new revolution. And that revolution is going to alter the way products, goods, and services are delivered to consumers the exact same way that the Industrial Revolution completely changed the way that manufacturing was operated historically. But this time it's going to be automated. It's not going to require any level of human intervention. And as a result, so many people are going to be out of work.
What's the title?
It's not even funny. So yeah,
Right.
I want you to really sit back and try to digest that, because if you're not doing anything about it, you're going to be left in the dust. Position yourself accordingly, man. This isn't, we're not playing checkers here. We're playing chess. So think 4 or 5 moves ahead. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about next week. Think about 10 years from now, what's going to happen. And if you're not making decisions right now that coincide with an outcome in the future that is independent of any corporation, I don't know what the hell you're doing. I have no idea. If you're just going through your day-to-day and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go through and I'm gonna go to college and I'm gonna do that, forget about it, bro. Forget about it. Unless you're in the trades where you're working with your hands and you're building and you're doing things that are going to take a little bit longer to disrupt, they will get disrupted. Don't you worry. There's going to be humanoid robots that are going to take your jobs too, but that's not going to be right around the corner. I think that's going to be a little bit more downstream. So you guys are going to have a huge leg up on everyone else that is a little bit more on the cerebral side of the house, if you will. So that's one of the big reasons why I'm going full force and, I'm fully investing in, this brand. And it's not so much from a monetary gain standpoint. It's purely because I want to help people. But it's situations like this where things need to be brought to your attention, where if you think that you can just skate by, forget about it, bro. Forget about it, man. Now, don't get me wrong. There's going to be inherent benefits to this entire automation revolution that we're currently in the process of maturing, and that's the decreased cost of goods. You see, all of the costs associated with the manufacturing of a good, from a car all the way to freight, where it gets put onto a truck, not a human touches it. The truck is completely self-driving, not a human touches it. It arrives at a third-party logistics company where the orders are going to be fulfilled. Once again, nobody touches it. Order comes in from ABC Co. Then you're going to have fully automated warehousing, where you're going to have essentially the total absence of humans. It's going to operate faster, more efficient, and it's going to be cheaper in the long run for these organizations. And the only companies that are going to be able to afford to do this are the big conglomerates. Okay, so the reason that this is important to note is because big conglomerates have the capital to invest in these new technologies. The little guys don't. And as they invest in these new technologies, that in turn is going to drive down the cost of goods, therefore putting even more companies out of business than we saw as a result of COVID. This is so profound what's taking place right now. And if you are turning your back to it because you don't understand it, well, understand this. You need to do something about it. And going to your day job and, thinking that you can go down a traditional path we were all taught in school, right? Get good grades, go to college, get a job, get a house, have one and half kids. All right, forget about it. It ain't happening. All right, pick a trade if you want to go that direction. But even then, your days are numbered, boys. Your days are numbered. So do everything you can, but take that word of caution, because I promise there is not a shadow of a doubt that what I'm saying is true. Everybody knows it deep down. But I'm just a dude looking at a dude disguised as another dude. No, I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, take that for what you will. But we're gonna go inside. We got some lifting to do, and like I said earlier, we're gonna start off with those rows, which I haven't done in quite some time. So without further ado, boys and girls, let's head into the gym. I'll see y'all in a second. We got enough jabbering. We got to talk about business. So we're going to start off with a little basic 135 action, and let's pull this guy up. We're going to kind of bend over, keep the chest up.
Get a good squeeze at the top.
I'm gonna do 2 close, really focus on a good squeeze, really focus on that good contraction. And then I'm gonna do 3, kind of open it up a little bit, right? Same thing though, you know, lower the weight, focus on the squeeze, focus on the contraction. Don't just focus on just moving the weight, especially on back. I think back more so than like other movements, because it is so easy for your forearms and your biceps to kind of overpower your back, at least for me. And that's why people wear straps, but I'm not a big strap guy. I'd rather kind of, you know, just focus on the grip strength. All right, so battery's gonna die on us. I can't believe it. We're gonna have to cut the video short. But thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. You guys know the deal. Peace.